Welcome back to Football Kings. We're back again with another conversation about transfers. It's that time. It's that period, guys. Transfers, transfers, transfers. That's the hottest thing happening in football, apart from obviously the Club World Cup and some of the international games that are being
Nations
played
League today.
here and there. Yeah, like nations like Germany, Portugal played today, and Portugal won 2-1. And the GOAT, or some people's GOAT, scored Cristiano Ronaldo. So it's really exciting. A lot of things are exciting, but today's focus transfers, transfer news. Let's start with Man City. Man City's biggest, not biggest signing, but one of their signings recently, AC Milan midfielder, right?
Yeah,
Tijjani
right.
Reijnders.
Yeah.
Reinders.
He's from Netherlands. Really proactive, good passer of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Always wants the ball. He's really aggressive, right? So
Yeah.
he's a really good signing. Really good signing. I don't know whether he can replace De Bruyne fully, but he's a great signing for the club, I think.
How good is he when it comes to his
Like he's
off
really
ball
good. I've
movement?
seen him, I've
Is
watched him
he
a
is
lot
he
of
more is
time.
he more defensive, would you say, than you say attacks?
Um you won't really say defensive like that, but
Well, yeah, and a
he's
solid
good at
season.
holding. He's that kind of. He's a bit
Holding
of,
midfielder.
yeah. He's not like, he's like a holding midfielder, but at the same time, he's very creative,
Mm.
right? So he's like, he can win the ball. He has that Rodri aspect, ball winning, but he's also a creator.
Hey Jordan, what's up?
Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's why I think Man City are really going for him, right? So no, he's a no-brainer. He's a good for Netherlands. He's really sharp,
Yeah.
really good, right? So
Hmm.
he's a good signing for Man City.
Yeah, that's really great because this season that just ended, he scored 10 goals, 4 assists in the Serie A. But in total, in general, 61 appearances, 18 goals, 5 assists. It's pretty decent to me for a central midfielder.
How many goals did you say he scored
18 goals in all competitions, five
last
assists.
season?
Yeah, last season, 18 goals in all
Wow.
competitions, 5 assists. He, he's a central midfielder. He's not expected to be scoring goals, but
Oh, that's good.
it still
Yeah,
seems like he's a goal. He offers that option as a goal
yeah.
scorer,
He's a
and
goal threat.
you can also add to scoring goals when necessary. Like Pep always has these midfielders where they are kind of sleepers, right? They are not. You don't expect them to be that great at finishing, and then
Yeah,
you're in a game,
and you
there's
just
no
see them
chance to
pop up
score. You see someone take a long shot from outside the
outside the
box,
box, and
and it's
it's
a
in your back
goal.
of your net.
It's in the back of the net, just like Rodri does that typically.
Kovacic
Even
too.
De Bruyne,
Kovacic has started to do that too.
yeah. So
Right.
definitely interesting for Pep Guardiola and his side because they definitely read those reinforcements when it comes to filling up that position and the loss. Some of the
Yeah.
guys that they typically use are old and
Yeah.
leggy,
Yeah.
and some of the players are already on their way out, like De
Most
Bruyne. So they need
most of
reinforcements.
them, most of them. But I think for me, the most surprising news that came out, I think it was yesterday, was that Pep Guardiola is not taking Grealish to the Club World Cup.
Mm.
Right? I'm a bit shocked about that. Like,
Why?
I don't know. Like, Grealish has not. I feel like Guardiola did not really get the best out of Grealish.
Utilize him to his full potential.
Yes, you saw what he was doing at Aston Villa. We thought maybe he would be under Guardiola and take it a notch up, but it just felt like, oh, we were just relegated to the wing and just used in a tactical way that did not suit him or his game. Or maybe
Fair,
he just
but
brought in when Guardiola was desperate.
at the end of the day, Grealish is part of the treble winning team. He's kind of won everything. I think maybe this is the point for him to just leave and go
Treble,
to
the
another
the thing
club if
the
necessary.
thing that even pains me is that he's been there for 4 years. He has two more years left on his contract. The treble winning year, he had like maybe 13 goal contribution, if I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
13 for somebody of his stature. No. He had 11, I think 11 assists and maybe 6 goals or something like that. So he had
Mm-hmm.
like maybe 17. But other seasons has just been poor, less than 14, right? And he's always coming off the bench. And he's been getting a bit touchy about Grealish when people ask him in the press conference, oh, why is Grealish on the bench? Do you get what they keep asking him about Grealish? And the last time he was angry, like, why are you asking me about Grealish? Why don't you ask me about McCarthy? It's not only about Grealish. It's not about one player. I love
Mhm.
Grealish, right? You know how Guardiola be. I love Grealish. I'm the one that said Grealish should stay. I'm the one that forced for Grealish to come here.
Mhm.
It's like, bro, stop all these super stories. You don't like the profile of the player.
But also he's thinking about depth, right?
Yes,
Because
and but you are taking
although
you
he
are
might be playing
taking
Doku a lot more
35
often,
players,
35
35,
players,
35 to the Club World Cup.
and you don't include Grealish.
Yes. So who are you in? And Guardiola has a small squad. Then who are the guys going? That's why it's shocking everybody.
Maybe
And the
this is
Club World Cup,
Grealish's
if you have
last.
an injury, you can call
Mhm.
another player to join you. Or
Yeah.
after the first round, rather.
Mhm.
So
Maybe,
yeah,
maybe truly this is Grealish's last time or his last, I guess, season at the club.
yeah,
I think either he leaves this summer, and if he doesn't leave this summer, he will most likely leave next summer. I think it's time for Grealish to go. It's time to say goodbye, move on,
yeah.
go to other
I think he
opportunities.
should leave this season
Mhm.
and just be
If
done.
possible, leave this season.
Yeah, and
If you
be
can't leave
done.
this season, then
Yeah.
next season,
Because
please be out.
he has 2 more years left on his contract. So what's the use?
What's the point?
What's the point? Go out on loan. You saw what he did to I've forgotten the four he bought and never felt like he never used that guy at
Calvin
all.
Phillips.
Just punished the poor lad for nothing. That guy has a treble, but nothing. He didn't make any impact.
I think he went to West Ham, had like
Yeah,
I don't even know if they play him at West Ham. I think he had like some ups and downs when he even went to West Ham. But yeah, it's not surprising. Pep ending careers. Well, some coaches just do that. But let's go to Chelsea. Chelsea, 10 million for Michael Mannion. That's how to pronounce his name, right?
Michael
But
Minion. I don't know.
Mignon or Mannion. Interesting name. For the French number one keeper.
It doesn't
Right?
sit well. It doesn't sit well.
Everybody says he's a great shot stopper. He's definitely one to look out for when it comes to like big games. You know, we've checked his stats yesterday. For
Yeah,
those that went on the live, which did go through his stats yesterday and
yeah,
talk about like his clean sheet. But something did cross my mind. I was gonna make a video about it on TikTok earlier, but I'll still say it on the live. I feel like in football, stats don't give a true or clear enough picture on
yeah,
players
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, yeah,
Some
yeah.
players, stat wise, you will not going to go near them
They're
because
near them.
their stats are not just pretty. But
Terrible.
some
But when you
players,
see them on the pitch,
when you
you
see
see
what they
the
do,
what they do
you're
exactly.
like, whoa,
Get you free kicks,
this
get
player,
move the ball forward. Do you get
yeah.
what I'm saying?
There's so much that comes with football that sometimes you're like, I don't just want the stats
Yeah,
and the data. I want to still make the eye test because in this age of football and the era that we're in right now, we're in this space where people are always data driven, data driven, data driven. How many goals has this person scored? How many this has this person done? What has this person done? This person's assists, goals. Salah is a great stats merchant. If you check Salah's stats
it's
this season,
crazy.
you'll be like, whoa.
But if you
But
see him
let
play,
me
you
ask you this
can get
question.
angry.
Let me ask you this question. If I put Salah in front of you today and
Mhm.
Lamine Yamal, who would you sign?
I'll sign Lamine Yamal.
Lamine Yamal is a player that shows up in big games,
Yeah,
Euros. Does not
yeah.
matter. He plays the same way. Does not matter if he's a tough Inter Milan side. If two people are marking him, three people are marking him,
He
he's
might
going to
not be
always show
great
up.
in terms of stats.
Salah is great in terms of stats, but check what comprises of those goals. Look the penalties,
True, true.
right? There are some moments that Salah shows himself and does some crazy things,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
sometimes if you look at him in a game, you might feel like, why would I want
Why?
this player on my team? He doesn't do anything. He barely dribbles the ball. He
Oh
passes
yeah.
back.
He
He
loses the
easily
ball
loses
so
the
much.
ball. He
Yeah.
loses the ball a lot,
And I think
right?
that was the problem Mourinho had with him.
So
Losing the ball
yeah,
excessively.
so that's why I feel like in this era of football, let's
Mm.
not just buy into the idea of data, 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 start.
True.
Let's actually make that eye test. Let's see these players in the big games to know that yes, these guys are actually good, and
Yeah,
game in, game out, they can do well, right?
yeah.
Like if you compare Robert Sanchez and Kelleher, Robert Sanchez has the same number of clean sheets as Kelleher, but who will you want to be your first keeper, Sanchez or Kelleher?
Not Sanchez.
Of
Anyone but
course.
Sanchez.
So when you look at even when I looked at Mike Mannian's stats yesterday,
Mm,
I saw the amount of clean sheets, the amount of goals conceded, his
yeah,
conceded goals per 90, and I felt like, wow,
it's
the
too much
conceded
goals
goals per
considered.
90 and
Considered.
everything. Robert
Yeah,
Sanchez conceded goals per 90. Wow,
less is less.
statistically,
Yeah,
Robert Sanchez is a better keeper than Michael Mannian.
but looking at them, no,
But you
no,
want to
you
win, but if you want to win trophies,
please run away from
yeah.
Sanchez,
I,
please.
what do you think about the 10 million fee? Too small, more
I think
money.
it's kind of an insult, right? Chelsea are trying to take, and this is the thing that irritates me. Chelsea
Yeah.
are they are sitting down with AC Milan tomorrow. I think it's just a bargaining tactics to say, oh, he just has 1 year. You are kind of in it. They are selling most of their players, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you don't have Champions League football, so financially it's going to affect them. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why they are trying to get as much money. That's why they are selling the guy to Man City.
Mm-hmm.
I feel 20 million is a good deal for a keeper like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you were to go for like the All Blacks, they're even like 32. They're bringing out
Yeah,
60.
no
Yeah,
black.
we are going to bring out 60 million. No one is even discussing with Atletico will not even sell him.
Mm-hmm.
Because you get good. But the thing is that why Chelsea does not want to shell out that big money is because they already have the long-term goalkeeper already.
Who is that long-term goalkeeper? Petrovic.
Not Petrovic. He's like Courtois.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly like Courtois, big like he's making crazy saves at
Mm-hmm.
18 years.
Is he on
He's,
loan?
he's on loan.
Okay.
That's the person that is going to be Chelsea's number one.
Okay.
So the
Wow.
plan is to bring a matured senior keeper like Mike
Mm-hmm.
Maignan, give him 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
3 years, right? Then introduce that guy as second keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Then get Mike Maignan to be second after some time. You get the
Mm.
swap. Obviously, one
Depending
person.
on the games.
Yeah, so that's what they are thinking. But the guy is really so that's why they don't want to really spend big on a goalkeeper. Chelsea has 7 goalkeepers.
Seven.
We've been buying. You see, that's what Courtois did to us. Because of Courtois, we are so insecure when it comes to goalkeeping. We've been buying different people. We don't know who is going to make it.
Damn.
Fake it till you make it. They are just buying everybody,
Damn.
right? But at the end of the day, they know who is going to long term, but he's not ready.
Yeah.
For
So it's,
now,
mhm.
Champions League, they need a goalkeeper. 10 million is too small. It's too small. I
So
think
is
the guy
it
should be
so are
sold.
you so if you're going to shoot at a number, how
I'll say
much
20 million plus 5 million add on. If you are really serious,
and how much salary do you think you should be paid?
no more than, come on, no more than 180. No more than 180. Maximum 200, please, bro. That's all. No more than that.
Okay. Let's dive into some more transfer news before we get into the other topics. Son Heung-min,
So that one
there is a tip that Son Heung-min will
might
leave
leave.
Spurs.
They
Where
said
do
they
you
will
think
not be in his way if he's to leave. They want to get money from him.
where do you think he should go next?
Uh
He's older. He can still dribble, but not as fast as he used to be.
not as far. He's 33 years old.
He's not as clinical as he used to
Age has caught up
be.
with him.
Age is on his
He's
side.
33 years old for crying
So,
out loud.
so where are you thinking he should go to?
Um, I don't know if the Saudi Pro League will call for him, but this would be the perfect time for him to just slide into
Saudi.
Simeone Inzaghi's team. Slide in and go for the Club World Cup.
And then get that bag.
Thank you.
And get that bag.
Thank you.
Son, if you're hearing this, let me speak to the camera. Go and get that bag.
Go
Don't
and
waste
get the
your
bag.
time.
Go
You won
and get
Europa
the bag.
League. You've done it all. You've played EPL football.
Go and
Go to
get the bag.
Saudi. Get the bag. 1 million per week. You don't have to tell me twice.
You saw the rumor about not rumor. You saw the gist about Osimhen, 30 million. El Ali, Simeone Inzaghi's team.
Al Hilal
Al Hilal, 30 million
for Osimhen. 30
salary
million,
per year.
30 million for Osimhen is actually not bad. Actually.
Salary per year,
Per
Kingsley.
year.
Yes. That's crazy, right?
Hey, if I'm Osimhen,
That's
you have to
almost
ask yourself this. You have to ask yourself this question.
that's almost 700, I would say.
We have what 52 weeks in a year.
Or 52, yeah.
That's 500. That's $500,000 per week.
That's not bad. In fact,
Five
that's even on a low side.
576
Yeah.
576K per week.
Yes.
That's people's yearly salary is getting in a week.
God. Just go there and be made, please, and be done.
Honestly, like if I'm Osimhen or I am on Osimhen's team,
Hmm.
go and get the bag.
That's it.
Go and get the money. Like it's
That's
pointless.
it.
Unless Osimhen, like so there are two I like to think of two different types of players. The
Hmm.
players that play for the trophy. So
Passionate
they are
about,
they are
yeah.
passionate about winning trophies. They are doing it
Yeah.
for the trophy.
Yeah.
They want to be the greatest players ever. They want to
Yeah.
get the stats and the goals and everything. And they are the players that are exceptionally really good. They can fit into anything. They play,
Yeah.
right? The trophies, they win trophies, they don't win trophies. They don't necessarily really care much about that, but they
Yeah.
are really talented and they can really play. Those people that are really and really play and don't care about the trophies, go and get the money.
That's it. There's no
Make
point beating
out of
around the bush.
make
Yeah.
something out of your career.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Build businesses. At some point you will decline. You will not play the same way
Obviously.
again. And the
Obviously.
guys the guys that are going after the trophies when they are young, when they decline, what do they go for? The money.
Money. Go for the bag.
So why not start
Done.
now? Go
Yeah.
for the bag until somebody comes for you and you are bored getting the bag. You've built all the businesses you need. You don't
Yeah.
even need to play football. You're now playing for fun.
You see
You
in
don't need
Buemo going for the bag.
salary. Of course, people say, why did Mbeumo reject Arsenal? Why did he reject Chelsea? Why did he reject Liverpool to go to Man U? Because Man U have aura. Man
Obviously.
U, you don't have aura.
Which aura?
You
You
don't have
have
aura.
money to spend.
You people have
Money.
money. It's
Yeah.
not aura.
Yeah.
Man U don't have any pull, any aura or any pull right now. It is the money.
It's money,
If you're going to
basically.
pay a player 250K per week,
250. That's the
do
salary
you,
Rich James is on.
do you think he will not go there?
250. That's a lot from
250 is not
Buemo.
even far from what Bruno is earning. Bruno is earning 300. You
Oof,
bring Mbeumo, you're already giving him 250.
250. Then
At
what
least bring
the
Mbeumo for
others?
like 180.
Yeah, you should even which 180? Maybe 150. Starting from 150 first.
250.
And they said they want to streamline their wage bill. They are not serious.
Cost cutting measures. Are these
They
the
are
cost
not
cutting
serious.
measures?
They're not serious. You heard the right hand man
Oh
of
yeah. Okay.
Jim Ratcliffe has left as a sporting director. He's left. He's gone back to the cycling side of the business,
Mm,
which originally that's what he was doing. You
hmm.
know the guy that is the bald guy that always sits in the stadium.
Yeah.
Beside Jim Ratcliffe, he follows him everywhere,
Yeah.
right? So that guy is, the male Ineos they are mainly into cycling,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that guy now is going back to cycling because they've been having issues in that side of the business. So I think
Mm.
he's just going back there. Ineos, I think he doesn't want Man U to drag him down.
But
Become a
speaking about Manchester United,
yeah.
Rashford, Inter Milan have entered the race to sign Marcus Rashford this summer.
Wow, that's crazy.
I actually think Rashford will be good in the Italian league.
How much are they offering for him?
Well, they say Inter have entered the race to sign Manchester United's Marcus Rashford this summer.
Hmm.
They've beaten the Champions League. The beaten Champions League finalists are set to battle Barcelona again to scrap. Wait, this doesn't make any sense. But at the end of the day, they want 40 million pounds. I'm just reading it on the app. But
40.
they want 40 million pounds for Rashford.
Not for Rashford. I'll say 35.
I think Rashford can go for 40 million pounds. 40 million pounds is not weird
How
for
old is
Rashford.
he?
What do you mean how old? He's still in his 20s. It's not like Rashford is 33. It's not like
He's like
Rashford is
maybe
32.
29 or something.
I don't think Rashford is 29.
You
I think
sure?
Rashford would be like what 28. It would be like the same age, right?
Maybe like 29.
No, no, no. Rashford is not
That's my
29.
guess. That's my guess. If I take a guess, between 27 and 29, but I'll say 20.
Rashford is 27 years old.
Okay. I said
He's
between
20. He's 27 and he becomes 28 October 31st this year.
20.
But yeah, it's good. I think it's good.
Anyways, 40 is a
And
good buy. It's
yeah,
good.
Arsenal are in pursuit of Aston Villa striker Ollie Watkins.
What of Sesko?
The pursuit has not. I guess they have an interest in Oli Watkins that has not gone cold, so they are still interested in Oli Watkins coming to
Or do
Arsenal.
they want to bring him as a second striker? Maybe use him on the left?
There
Because
was an
Watkins can
approach.
play as a winger.
There was an approach for the England international in January, and then the Gunners could be more successful with an approach by submitting like a 60 million pound
60
offer
is too much now.
for Oli Watkins. I think 60 is okay.
Not based on what he did last season.
Come on, I already told you
No.
stats sometimes don't give a
Okay,
clear
true, true,
picture.
true.
I think you think Oli Watkins with great suppliers of the
But
ball,
how would
link up
how would
play, you
Aston
know.
Villa cope if they say,
Oli Watkins last season
yeah,
in 38 Premier League games, he scored 16 goals and had 8 assists.
not
Oli
bad,
Watkins can promise you 15 plus goals.
not
So
bad.
what? Last season before last season, he scored
Mm.
19 goals. The season before that, he scored 15 goals.
Oh, so
The season
15.
before that, he scored 11 goals.
So
So
15 is around the area.
he's going to give you
Yeah,
15 plus goals a season.
goals. Yeah,
And
yeah.
by the way, he's playing for a Villa side. Villa don't
True.
really have the creative players like Arsenal have. So imagine he comes to an Arsenal side with the creative players, he'll be able to score a lot more goals. So I don't think 60 million pounds is off. I think it's fair,
You're right.
in my
You're
own
right.
opinion. Liverpool are very serious about signing Krekes. I think that deal is almost a here we go.
You guys are serious about signing Cockers. You've not sat down with Bournemouth. You've not put in an official offer. You are being serious. You've
No,
stopped calling the player.
we accepted personal agreement has been accepted.
Yes, but
We're about to
you've not
advance.
agreed
We're
with the club.
advancing, but we're advancing in talks with the club, right, to sign him.
Okay. Because all we've been hearing is Cockers. Sign him now. We've not heard from you guys.
You have to iron out all the details now. You have to iron out all the
I'm sure you guys
details.
want to iron out the small salary. You want to pay him first. Then you
The,
now
the
go into Liverpool. You guys are really funny.
Liverpool are also looking for a centre back, and they are looking to sign Abdelhamid Ait Boudal. He's a centre
Where
back from
where is he
Rennes.
from?
He's a centre back from Rennes.
Rennes.
Yeah.
Rennes. Is it Rennes?
Sorry, I said Rennes instead of Rennes.
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 That's Rennes.
Rennes. What league is Rennes?
He's French league.
Oh, they're from the French league.
Yeah. So we see how they
How good? How good is this player?
I don't know him. To be honest with you, this is the first time I'm hearing about him.
Even me too. I mean, this is what I'm about hearing about him and Rennes. To
But
be
the thing is
honest,
that your FSG, they don't always get it wrong when it comes to signings. They don't get it wrong. So I'm not really afraid of, oh, who is this guy. It's just, when is he coming? That's what you should be saying. When is he coming?
are you having that much faith in FSG?
Yes, no. Okay, a management that out of 10 players they sign, they only get
Mhm.
maybe 2 wrong or 3
Yeah.
wrong. That's
There's like
70%
there's
is
a
not bad, right?
very like detailed
They
analysis they
have
do
a
of the
high,
player.
even with the coaches, they hardly even miss it. Imagine them getting this coach slots.
I'm sure it was very
Everybody just
like
like, who is this
strategic.
guy? Do you get what I'm
It
saying?
was very strategic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's it.
But this player is 19. He plays for
Mm.
Morocco. He's from Marrakesh. Yeah, I guess maybe the eye test, maybe it's just more like they scouted him and they've seen that the eye test makes sense.
Because
And
of
they
the stats.
most yeah,
I
he
think
doesn't have much
are they
he
looking
doesn't
to
have much
replace Van Dijk?
he doesn't have much start. They could be looking to replace Van Dijk. I'm
Because
not be
okay, no,
surprised.
because I'm sure that
But
there's that.
it's not only Van Dijk too. It could also be for depth, right? We have
Yeah,
Kwanzaa. If we get this new guy added onto him,
yeah.
Joe Gomez is going to be most likely my leave, right? If he doesn't
Joe
leave this
Gomez is
summer,
leaving. You're right.
yeah. If Gomez doesn't leave this
Project.
summer, if Gomez doesn't leave this summer, he'll probably leave next summer. So
And Konate already has only 1 year left on his deal, right?
yeah, Konate, we don't know if he's going to do the same thing that Trent did, where he will just run down the
Go
contract and then
to
go to Real
Madrid.
Madrid.
That's what he
So
plans to do. It's obvious. He's already showing the signs,
it's
right?
crazy.
So that's it.
But yeah, we already mentioned Tottenham Hotspur's captain Son Heung-min could leave to join Saudi Pro League side for a significant fee.
Yeah.
Wow. Son Heung-min is a very, very good player
Where
until
is
we
he
start to
going to?
see
Did
him
they
leave.
say where is going to?
No, they didn't say specifically where he's going to, but
If I
the
was to, if
speculation is he's going to Saudi.
that's your own conclusion,
The speculation is he's going to his Saudi side.
let me tell you what is happening. It's
Hmm.
a case of their owner wanting to sell him, move him on, but they don't want to force him out,
Hmm.
right? So they put it out there. Oh, they will not be in his way if he's to leave. Then they are spreading the gist that he's leaving. Bro, who is bidding for him? Then that will not trigger the news will not spread to Saudi Arabia. Then guys in Saudi Arabia say, it feels like we should go for Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min. Call his agents. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think
Hmm.
that's what they just want Saudi to put in that bid.
But Son is also like a really great player, right? He can
Yeah.
fit into any side.
I won't even mind if he goes to a club like maybe Arsenal or even
Mhm.
Chelsea.
Fair.
He will do a job for them. If he's fit.
Nah. I don't think Son should be in the EPL.
You
I
don't
I
think
think
so?
I think he should. I actually think Son will do well in La Liga,
Oh
where
yes.
like there's
Yeah.
freedom, there's
Freedom.
space, he
Yeah.
can dribble
With his
with his
age also.
age, there's space. Look at Isco. That
Ah.
Isco is cooking. I
It's
think go
not
to
red that is.
someone should go to like
You
a
you
side
become
in
the
La
coach
Liga,
there.
go to the side in La Liga, ball, enjoy yourself, or go to Saudi, collect the bag,
True,
enjoy
true,
the
true.
money, and then continue. But Chelsea are also in the news to sign another keeper,
Who again are they signing?
Mile Sliver
Oh
from Roma.
God, this club just they disgust me
You're not
sometimes.
even the only. You guys are not the only club interested in that keeper. Manchester City are interested. United are interested. Chelsea are interested.
Why
Newcastle
are
are
they buying
interested.
him for the future?
That is a
Guy,
that is a great com.
we have 8 goalkeepers currently. Eight. They can form a whole team. The goalkeepers we have. So you now want to sign the ninth goalkeeper, then sign Minion 10.
Miles Silva. Let's talk
Oh,
about his performance. Right, he played what is in Serie A. Right, in
mm,
51 games, he conceded 47 and he had 19 clean sheets.
47, 19, 19 clean sheets.
Yes,
Wow, that's not bad.
bad. That is really good.
Yeah,
He
how
has a
old is he?
72% save percentage,
How old is he?
0.84 considered per 90. He's young. He's
19.
1999. So 99 is what?
Oh,
He's
99.
26.
Not bad.
26, 20, yeah.
The
26.
sec-
He has.
the second goalkeeper we currently have now, there's a probability that Petrovic wants to come back to Chelsea.
Mhm.
But the thing is that if they sign Mike Mignon, will Petrovic come back as the second keeper? There are a
Mm.
lot of clubs that want to sign Petrovic now. A
I think
lot.
I think Petrovic can go into a
Go
Premier
into
League
a top
side and
club and
start.
be first team keeper. Sell him up
Yeah.
for 50 million. You've cashed in. You bought him in for 15 million, right? Sell
Mhm.
him for 50, even if you sell him for 50, 35. Buy. The second goalkeeper we currently have,
Yeah.
send him to Strasbourg. Let him go there as the number one.
Mhm.
Just be recycling your keepers. Then you bring Mignon and you can bring in Sanchez as second. I don't trust Sanchez as second keeper. Did you hear the news today that came out?
What was it?
Chelsea secretly made an offer for one player. If
Which
I tell you the player, they Kingsley, this player plays in a London club. Let's do guessing game. He plays in a London club.
okay.
Chelsea were interested in him before they bought Cole Palmer. They wanted to sign him with Cole Palmer, but they were late.
He plays for
Yeah.
a London club. Not
Yes.
London.
Yeah.
Can I
Yes.
can I guess the club? Arsenal,
No.
Tottenham.
No. Let me see where this club is. I don't know what
Is
part
it a
of
London
London.
club?
It's a London. No, it's a London club.
Let me see.
What part of London? Let's see. East London. Sorry, it's an East London club. Sorry.
So okay, I think I know.
Yeah.
Wait, West Ham is in London, right?
Yes.
Is it West Ham? Is it the person playing for West Ham?
This for West Ham.
I think I know who it is.
Oh,
Kudus.
goodness. So Chelsea yesterday
Yeah.
They secretly went and offered money plus cash
To
for
Kudus.
Kudus. It was undisclosed amounts, right?
Yeah.
Then they now gave West Ham a list of 6 players to pick from. Guess the people on this list. This is my club, eh? I don't understand them.
Chilwell, all the bad eggs,
No, no, no,
Sterling.
no, no. Which Chilwell? Chaloba is on the list. Tosin
Wow.
is on the list. I was in shock.
Tosin that you just got
Yeah,
for
that's what
free.
I'm saying. Like, why will you sell Uncle Tosin? Why will you sell Uncle
So Tosin, who else?
Tosin? Sanchez is on the list.
Robert
Is it
Sanchez.
not wickedness? You want to give
Is
West Ham that struggle to stay in the league. You now give them Sanchez. They are out.
basket.
Sanchez is on the list. Tosin is on the list.
Yeah.
Um, this guy that came back from loan. There's some few guys that came back from loan. KGH.
Dewsbury Hall.
Dewsbury Hall is on the list. He's not a bad player out of that
Mhm.
list. And some other names that I was just in shock. And you know what West Ham replied? They
Well,
rejected the offer and said they are not interested in any of the players on the list.
but are they
Right?
interested in selling Kudus?
They didn't say. They just rejected it and said they are not interested in any of the players on the list.
Mm.
But my thinking is Chalobah is not anyways, they have defenders already.
Yeah.
But Dewsbury Hall, I feel like Dewsbury Hall will do a decent job for them.
Mm.
He's not bad.
But
It's not a bad
but for
addition.
Kudus though, Kudus is a very
True.
Kudus is a very good player.
But
Kudus
the
is a
thing
very,
is that
but
if it's at the
why do you need Kudus
that's the thing I ask myself. Why do
in
you
place of Cole Palmer like as a
why
10?
no Kopama is the 10? Are you buying a second 10?
Unless Kudus is like going to play on the wings like
We
a
are
right
selling
winger.
Nkunku. We're
Oh,
selling
so
Nkunku. Are they using him as a replacement for Nkunku?
unless they do like he can have that versatility where he can play Kudus as a 10, Cole Palmer on the right wing as like a wide playmaker.
Kopama is not going to play on the white. He's going
Why?
to play as a 10. He plays as a 10. Do you get some? There
Eh,
was speculation that maybe they are thinking of using Kudus on the left.
as a winger.
Yes, he's played on the left before, but he's not. That's not his original. His original position is right or 10, or
Yeah.
as his false 9.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the positions you can use Kudus. But it's just like Madueke now, where Madueke plays on the right,
Mm-hmm.
right? But at the same time, they've moved him to the left, and it seems like he's playing better on the left than right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get? So maybe that's what the manager is thinking of. Like,
Mm.
okay, buy Kudus, we'll use him on the left.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but we see.
Interesting. But Jadon Sancho is being chased by AC Milan, Napoli, and Aston Villa.
You should go to Aston Villa. Go to Aston Villa, play in the Europa League and win it. Win something. At least back to back, you won European trophies.
One Conference League, one
Won
Europa
Europa
League.
League. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel Emery can win the Europa and what's it call it? Europa League. He can.
Should I tell you this one that's going to shock you?
What?
Aston Villa are interested in Nicholas Jackson.
Oh! Oh. I see why they are interested in him, but you know the thing I would say to Chelsea,
Yeah.
I feel like Nicholas Jackson needs one more season.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sell him here because it's the same. They are not learning from the mistake of the past. It's the same mistake we made with Salah, we made with De Bruyne. Sometimes someone like Salah, all these guys, you need to give them 2-3 seasons. First season he had 14, 15 goals.
Mm-hmm.
Second season he had 11. Wasn't his best. Like the last 2 games or last 3 games, he wasn't there. He could
Yeah.
have gotten to that 14 goal mark,
Mm-hmm.
right? But he wasn't there. I think he had, I don't know how many, maybe 12, because I know he scored in the Conference League. When you talk of goals throughout all the goals in the season. But at the same time, I feel like he needs one more season because he's been there alone.
Mm-hmm.
as a striker, and I feel it's not fair on him, right? If you sell Nicholas Jackson now, you bring in a big striker, it means that you have the lap, you have a striker, like a big striker, and we have an 19-year-old who comes on from the bench,
Mm-hmm.
right? We bought him from Barcelona, free transfer.
Yeah.
He refused to renew his contract, basically. So what are we saying now? So it might be a bit. What if he leaves Chelsea now and he goes and he clicks for Emery?
It could be, but
Yeah, and
but it also
Emery,
makes
they are
sense
trying to
because
sell Oli Watkins.
to Arsenal. So if you
Yes.
go to if Oli Watkins, but Oli Watkins to Arsenal, that would be a huge loss for Villa. And I don't
Yes, so
really
that's
think
why
that
they are going for
Nicolas,
a striker like Jackson.
but Nicolas Jackson cannot replace Oli Watkins. It's not as clinical.
No, but look at it. You just told me that where Watson gives you 15 goals
Mm-hmm.
and Jackson gives you assists. Also with the goals, he can give you 15.
Hmm.
The pressure at Chelsea is just too much.
But Chelsea, you guys are also interested in Fermin Lopez.
Who is the hell is that?
You don't know Fermin Lopez from Barcelona?
Oh, Barcelona obviously are not.
Oh,
The
SSB,
big guns are here.
Austin, what's up?
SSV and Austin.
You say Aston Villa. Aston Villa
Aston Villa,
wants
my brother.
Jackson.
Aston Villa, of all people.
Hmm.
I think he's a bad I don't know if he's a bad idea, but I feel like Jackson can give them 15 goals. But it's a miss. He can click or he might not click.
Mm-hmm.
But Chelsea will obviously want like 45 million for him because they bought him 30 million.
For Watkins, right?
Yeah. No, for Jackson.
Sorry for Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Lots and lots of transfer stuff. But let's dive into the GOAT. Portugal. Portugal won today. Cristiano Ronaldo scored.
Yeah.
How are we feeling about him? I feel like it's time for Ronaldo to retire. Even
This
if he's
guy,
scoring
he
goals,
doesn't.
I'm just like, I'm tired of seeing
Is a
Ronaldo.
is a case of old soldier never dies.
I'm,
That's Ronaldo.
I am actually tired of seeing
I'm
Ronaldo
tired too.
play.
Everybody's tired.
Like you played for so long.
Bro, rest.
It's almost like I finished university, you're still playing. I finished
You were in
grad
high school.
school,
You were still playing.
you're still playing. In fact, I'm about to even get married, you're still playing.
Ah.
Bro, give up. Are you okay? I'm tired of you, man. Move on. But I mean, looking at it, he's looking for that trophy, right? He's looking for one more international trophy before he
Yeah.
can hang up his boots and retire. I feel like
Yeah.
that has been haunting him.
And there were rumors that he wants to move to Simeone Inzaghi's team.
Al Hilal.
Al Hilal or whatever. I don't sorry for pronouncing it wrong. He wants to go there because of the Club World Cup.
Mm.
Right? Because of the Club World Cup. So
But
I
it's
don't
not like
know.
it's not like Al Hilal will win the Club World Cup
Obviously, he just wants to go there so that he can score goals at the big
to
stage.
get more appearances,
Yeah, you know how he
rack
is.
up his goal tally to that
Yes,
1K. I think
yes.
he's chasing that 1K. And I feel like once he scores 1,000 goals, I don't know if he has already scored 1,000 goals. I don't think he's like,
And you know one thing, this
I
Club
don't
World
know.
Cup is
Mhm.
every 4 years. Do you get?
Yeah, so
It's every
this
4 years.
is like his last one.
Yeah, so this is the first one, the Club World Cup.
Mm.
This is the first, like the first this format is the first one. The next one will be another 4 years. The winner
Mhm.
will have like the crest, world champions,
Ronaldo
FIFA.
has 937 senior career goals for club and country. 937, which means he's what, 53? Is that right? 63,
37,
63,
50,
63.
63.
He's
Yeah,
63 goals away
yeah,
from 1,000 goals, and he's looking for ways he can score 63 goals
yeah,
in whatever seasons he has left. Maybe he has about a season or two left.
yeah,
He's trying to get to 1K.
yeah.
I did not watch Portugal game, but I think Ronaldo wants to play in the next World Cup because Messi won the previous one. Yeah, because Messi won the previous one, but
But he can't play in the next. When is the next World Cup? Next year.
how was we today?
They are still negotiating back and
No,
forth.
he's talking about the game between Germany and and
Okay,
Portugal.
no, he was good. Okay, he was good.
Germany and Portugal. Yeah.
He scored today. He scored today. He had a good game. He scored today. He had a good game. But the thing is that Germany, I've not seen. You see this German side that I don't even with this new
Yeah.
coach, Neil Guzman. I don't know.
Even scored first in the first
Yeah,
half.
they scored. They scored around early in the
48
game.
minutes. Yeah.
Yes, not yeah, and Portugal's goal came close enough, maybe around 70 or 60 something. I can't remember.
68, 73 minutes.
Yeah, so yeah,
63, 68 minutes. Yeah.
they could not just hold out. I don't know. The team is just I don't know what is the problem with Germany. I don't
Mm.
know.
I just think that Germany, that
Yeah,
era when Germany was dominating is just not
yeah.
here.
And could it be that they've moved from the traditional way of the way the German football? They've moved.
What's German football? High metal.
German football is mechanical, fast, and high
Mm-hmm.
metal.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
High
get what I'm?
pressing, high
Yeah,
metal.
yeah. He said, I seen with header, elite, yeah, elite placement, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they've moved away from that. It feels like
Mm-hmm.
they are trying to play like Spain. I don't know. That's the vibe I get.
All this kind of relaxed back possession game.
Yes, we pass the ball, we move it, we're silky. No, that's not the way you play.
Mm-hmm.
Spain, let them play that way.
Yeah.
That's their style of. That's we had this argument about Brazil
Mm-hmm.
and them leaving Samba. And what was the advice we gave Ancelotti before he chose his squad?
Go back to Samba.
Go back to Samba, pick half of your team from. We were not even Flamingo and Santos, and what did he do? Is what he did.
He picked,
Most of the
but and it also makes sense because Flamengo they are like a top side in Brazil, right?
good.
Mm.
Yeah, SSB is saying great assist, German engineering. Yeah. Now we are seeing something else. It's not German engineering we are seeing.
You're
So
expecting German teams to be physical
they are
and
physical. That's their game.
highly intense.
Yes, physical, highly intense,
Mhm.
pressure. They don't give you time on the ball, and it's forward. They push the ball. The ball is always through the lines most times.
Yeah,
Through the lines, straight
direct.
for fast through the line. I
Mhm.
don't know. Now it's just he said they still haven't. Yeah, they need a nine.
Yeah,
They still haven't replaced close.
closer.
True, true.
Ah,
But who are the guys out there? Who are the guys out there?
it's not like the guys are not good. The
I,
guys are talented too.
I can't even think of a nine now. Like apart from don't mention Harvard, please. I can't think of a nine.
Fulkrug.
Come on, Krug is like a dinosaur now.
Well, Fulkrug is a nine. You say you can't think of
Krug
a
is
nine.
like a dinosaur. How old is he? 34.
But
Krug
You just need him to score.
can hardly stay fit. Then you're calling Krug. Krug
But
is a dinosaur.
no, you're saying you can hardly think of a nine, and I gave you a nine that came to my mind.
Bro,
Fulkrug.
a night that is never around. Don't call. See what happened in West Ham. This guy was injured
Did,
practically. He only appears when he wants to appear,
did
and
he
it's
even
just his
play?
bones we see. That's why I'm calling it a dinosaur. It's just his bones we see before you know he's injured again. He comes
Yeah,
out.
that's true. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I also think Flick failed at Germany because Havertz is your nine.
yeah.
Yeah,
Havertz
yeah.
is not even a nine
I
now.
don't think, but which German nine? Actually, actually don't know which German player can play as a nine. Who Muller? Muller has retired from international
No,
game,
Mola
right?
is old now.
Muller has retired. Fulkrug is too old to play for. They even brought him to West Ham. I don't even think Fulkrug appeared. I feel like he played like one or two games, and I did not see him the entire
No,
time.
he's now in West Ham. Krug is now in West Ham.
Yeah, they loaned him or they sold him.
West Ham bought Krug.
Yeah, they bought him in the
That's you
January
see,
transfer, I
the
think.
first person that they sacked was it Lopetegi was so
Mhm.
hopeful on Krug. Krug was injured for like the first 10 or 12 games. We didn't see him.
Oh yeah, it's true. They sacked
Yes,
Lovetegi.
before Krug will come back, he will integrate him. My
You know,
brother has been
I
sacked.
almost forgot Lovetegi started the season with
Yes,
damn Lovetegi. Lovetegi is, oh my days, man.
and Graham
Lovetegi is
Potter came
funny.
and lo and behold,
Lovetegi was at Wolves now. It was at Wolves.
that was
They
two,
they
three
kicked
years
him
ago.
out. They brought in what's this guy's name? This
Gary O'Neill.
Gary O'Neill came in.
Yeah,
Gary O'Neill too. They kicked him
and
out.
now
He
this
was
guy is there.
doing a weird job. They brought in another person. But West Ham, they now brought with Graham Potter. Graham Potter is not the one of West Ham.
Grandpa that is like a daddy, old man.
After collecting that Chelsea bag, he
Drop
went to coach.
money, refused to get a job for 3 years.
Is it 3 years since they sacked Graham Potter? No, it's 2 years.
Okay, 2 years. Let's say two
It's not three
years.
years because it
Two
was
years.
23 season,
Two
23,
years. 2 years.
22, 23 season, right?
Ah, I'm imagining.
Man,
W comments. Imagine if Lewandowski
man,
or Haaland played for Germany. Oh my god. Especially Haaland.
it'll be tough.
Ah,
Adeyemi plays for Germany, right? Adeyemi plays for Germany. I'm trying to see who. So Germany don't have a
Adeyemi is a
striker.
winger.
He is a winger.
They
Yeah,
don't have.
you're right. Germany actually don't have a striker.
That's the problem, and I can't imagine all the German clubs that Ekiteki. Where is he from?
But there's a Borussia Dortmund. No, Borussia Dortmund
Okay,
player.
Ekiteki is he France?
Is France. It's a French boy.
Also,
Ekitike.
2 10s work.
Tim
Musiala
Clandestine.
also does 2 number 10s work. Musiala and Wits. Yeah, but
But do they really need an out and out striker? I think they can play without one, right? They already have Musiala, they have Wits.
and you
That
want
could
to play with
work.
Havertz.
Just play Musiala as a false nine, play Wits as your 10, have them interchange. Those guys can finish, they can score, right? Musiala is, in fact, play Musiala as the 10, play Wits as a false nine. Those guys they can score, they are skillful, they are technical, they can supply assists. All you need to
Yeah.
focus on is your wingers. You have to get wingers that can finish the ball. And since Germany have more wingers and strikers, Sane on one side, maybe Adeyemi on another side, or Sane on one side, Gnabry on another side, depending on how they choose to set up. I think it could still work without that striker.
Yeah. Germany are not just I think they need to search deep and get a striker. That's what they need to do.
I
Get a
guess.
striker.
I guess.
Or focus there. Most of the clubs should focus on training strikers.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So, what are your final thoughts? We're getting close to
Final thoughts. Man City going for Reijnders, good deal. I'm just a bit skeptical about Grealish not going for the Club World Cup. I think it's so unfair. 35-man squad and Grealish does not make the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
Come on. That's harsh. That's you telling him that, bro, bye. I'm done with you, even if you don't say it. Uh Ronaldo on the big stage is still delivering. I hope he can get his 1,000 goals.
He'll be
Right?
the first player
First,
in documented his in this era of media that
okay, to
scored
get
8,000 goals. Because according to Ronaldo, the other players that got to 8,000 goals, which is Pele,
yeah.
nobody really documented it. How do we know it's 1,000 goals? According to
No, but
Ronaldo,
the videos and the stuffs are there. People went for those matches.
don't mind Ronaldo. According to him, he didn't score
Don't
8,000
mind
goals.
him. People went for those games. If you say,
Yeah.
oh, Pele scored 8 goals in versus Santos, there are people that actually went to watch those games when he scored those goals. They can confirm. Those are
Mhm.
eyewitnesses that can
Yeah.
confirm he scored those goals. So what are we
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah.
Right? And the ones that FIFA too knows that he scored.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Those ones are there. Those ones are about 700 and something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get? And the others are from Brazil, people that can confirm that he scored those goals. So what is he saying? So if
He's trying.
Pele,
I guess Ronaldo is trying to be the LeBron of, like, LeBron has scored the most, like, I guess those that watch basketball know, like, LeBron is like the person with the highest, I guess, points or goals or whatever they
yeah,
say in
yeah,
basketball.
mm,
So I guess CR7 is trying to be that
yeah,
person that has the highest number of goals, and nobody has gotten to that amount. I don't think
mm,
it would be easy for anybody to break that 1,000 goals.
yeah,
900 goals is actually bloody insane.
crazy, yeah. So let me just round up. Like Germany, they need to get a striker. Syria now, I don't know, but I think
Mhm.
it's time for him to just hang that boot, bro. Be done.
And
The
just
next generation are already here. Yamal and Dembele, those are people we are focusing on. We can't be
mm,
focusing on you again, Grandpa.
yeah,
That's it.
it's time to go. But yeah, yeah, tomorrow's game is a Ballon d'Or game. Yamal versus Dembele. There's something about Yamal and cooking France, and I really think that tomorrow some PSG players will see what it would have been like. What the at
playing
your
play
that Champions League
playing
final that
Spain,
the Champions League final that
playing
they experienced with
Barcelona.
the Champions League final that they experienced with Inter Milan, that
Mm,
was child's play. Those Inter Milan players are old men and
jokes,
granddads
dinosaurs.
that need to retire. You play those boys, Yamal and
Yeah,
Nico Williams on one side, Yamal on one side, Olmo, who Pedri. I don't even
yeah,
know who's going to play as their nine, but those guys, they are insane, and it's going to be crazy. They will get it will be a huge test for France for sure. But yeah, crazy. Final thoughts for me. I think in general, all the transfers that we talked about is quite exciting. It's an exciting time in football. So we talk about players moving and transfers.
yeah, yeah.
Mbuemo to Manchester United for 250K, going for that bag.
Per week.
I'm not a
Yeah,
hater. I'm not a hater. Go for the bag. I just think going to United right now is a big risk. But like we said, every other team that came for him, for me, I was thinking he might not get an opportunity to start, so it doesn't make sense for him to even go there in the
go
first
to
place
those
because
teams.
he's a player that should get into a team and be the main man, be the person that
Yeah,
starts.
yeah, yeah,
So you
yeah.
get to a team where you can start and they pay you that amount of money. Hey, is a win, is a deal.
A win-win
Same
for
thing that
everyone.
applies with Osimhen. How much Saudi sides are willing to pay him?
Yeah,
30 million pounds or 30 million dollars a year is a lot of money, right?
yeah,
But I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's game, France versus Spain or Spain versus France, Yamal versus Dembele, and also seeing Mbappe and seeing if Mbappe will step up, in a big game like this and cook. Because we've been looking for Mbappe. Mbappe always shows up. Anyways, Mbappe always shows up when it comes to international games. So I'm not even bothered
they're
about
not
that.
bothered.
But I
Yeah,
really want to see um Mbappe step up and cook, tomorrow. So I'm gutted for Jack Grealish. It's sad, but this whole Man City rebuild. Let's see how far this Man City rebuild goes. If they would even, if they would even go, it would even be good. You're coming to the stream when we're about to dip, bro. We're coming to the stream and we're about to dip. We're already close to that 50-minute mark. But shout out to you guys, SSB, everybody that joined the stream, Austin,
Austin,
Chevy, you just
Dorcas,
came. You
Jordan,
guys,
Chevy.
remember 6 p.m. CST every single day we're live. So whenever you guys are ready, join. In fact, join 6 p.m. CST so we can have more detailed conversations and talk about a lot of things. Things are heating up in football. Right now, we're going to be talking a lot more about the Club World Cup as it's approaching. It's approaching in
Yeah.
June.
And
You guys,
yesterday, for those people
I was
that
about to say that, but yeah, you
give
guys,
them,
guys,
give
guys.
them, give them the
Okay,
gist.
guys, go ahead. Yeah, you guys have missed yesterday's stream.
Yeah,
If a Flamengo
two
fan,
two Flamingo fans
two
from
two
Brazil
Flamengo
were on
fans
the
from
chat.
Brazil came on the chat and were challenging Chelsea. My brother's a Chelsea fan. They were challenging Chelsea that their Flamengo is going to beat Chelsea in the Club World Cup because they're in the same group. June 20. So we
And we have
have
a
a
showdown for
we have
June
a
20.
showdown June 20. That fan, he said he was going to come back June 20 after the game. So our stream that game is definitely going to be one where I'm popping my champagne, laughing at Andy for losing to Flamengo, or one where maybe Flamengo can't keep up and Chelsea beats Flamengo. I know, right? I would not be
You won't be surprised, be fast.
if Chelsea lose to Flamengo. I would not be surprised, but
Anyways, we will see.
because
We'll see.
Flamengo, they
It's
say
a
Flamengo,
challenge.
they are like the
He'll be back June 20th. He's promised
the
he'll be
fan
back.
the
So
fans tell Flamengo they're like the Real Madrid. They're on Real Madrid and Barcelona's level.
level.
And
Yeah.
Chelsea, you guys are about
Lower levels,
yeah,
lower
lower
tier.
level. You guys are boys. So
It was bad.
June 20, you guys need to come on the stream. It's gonna be fun, June 20. But
Yeah.
thank you guys as always for joining the stream. We'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, you
See
guys
you.
have a good one.
Bye.
Ciao.